Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, in a previous video, we made this awesome box using one envelope. Well, today, this same concept gets even better. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. Welcome to all of my new subscribers and welcome to all of my new friends. Welcome back to all of my longtime subscribers and my longtime friends. Thank you all so much for the wonderful, wonderful ways in which you support me and my channel. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first time stopping by, I hope that you'll watch the entire video. I hope that you'll comment and I hope that you'll hit that like button because all of that helps my channel. All of that helps my performance metrics with YouTube. Everything that we do on our channel, we get rated on it, and that is how our channel is promoted for growth. So I hope that you'll consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And in the intro, I talked about how we were going to take these boxes that we made from an envelope and make it even better. I'm sure you don't think it's possible, but it is. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a minute. But first, I want to take a very quick moment to thank Cynthia Ramsey and all of the wonderful folks over at Reptile Adhesive for sponsoring this video. And as you can see, I'm wearing a reptile shirt today because Cynthia was kind enough to send me some reptile merchandise. And I thought that was so sweet that I would wear it on camera, because those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that even if they weren't sponsoring today's video, I would be singing the praises of Reptile Adhesive. It is my go-to adhesive. It is the only white glue that I use. It is the only glue that you'll find in my Amazon storefront. So for those of you who have a question about the adhesive that I use Reptile Adhesive because it truly meets my crafting needs. It's not one of those things that you're going to see me say just for the sake of having the sponsorship and then I move on to something else, another glue type. Not going to happen. I'm a reptile girl. So let's get back to our project. I'm going to give you a closer look at what I'm talking about in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's a closer look at today's awesome project. When finished, it is going to measure approximately 6 1/4 by 7.5 to the point, and it'll be 1 inch deep. And we also have it sitting on this little pedestal base, so you can see just how gorgeous this actually is. And just like with the other box, it starts with an envelope. So this is so easy to make, and I'll come back in a few days to show you exactly what I'm going to be putting in mine. I think you're going to love it. But this is such a stinking cute concept, and to think that it all starts with an envelope. So here's what we're going to need to make it. I have one 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 inch envelope. I have my decorative papers. I have 2 pieces that measure 6 by 8. I have 1 piece that measures 6 by 4 1/4. I have what I'm considering a scrap piece, and it measures 6 by 4. Then I have 2 pieces that measure 5 1/4 by 7/8. And I have 2 pieces that measure 4 1/2 by 7/8. Then I have a piece of scrap. This scrap happens to be 3 by 12, but I will be cutting it down. And then I have a piece of chipboard for the base, and this measures 6 1/2 by 1 1/4. So we are going to take our envelope, and this is the part that opens. So we're not going to do anything across this part. We're going to take this and we're going to score at 1/2 inch on the remaining 3 sides. And that's 1/2 inch on 3 sides. We're not adding any scores to where the flap is. So then I'm going to take my big old spatula, and we are going to fold and burnish the scores that we did make. And there will be 3 of them. And then I'm going to take my finger blade, and just like before, we're going to go to the score mark and cut straight down, and then we will angle and then remove a piece from that bottom. just that corner. We'll do the same thing over here. So we're going to go up to the first square mark because there's only one to go to. And then I'll angle. And then I'll remove that bottom piece. And then you're probably going to have some little angle pieces down here. Let's just go ahead and trim those away. And you can see right there where we have that little flap from the envelope. I am just going to very lightly cut through that. And now I can open my flap, and we're going to go to the score mark, cut that flap, and then we're going to remove that flap altogether. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So this is exactly how we did the first envelope box that we made, and I'll have that linked in the description box below. In case this is your first time seeing this, you can go back to that box for reference as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead while it's flat, and we're going to place down our inside piece, the back piece, and the front piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have this base folded upwards so that I don't push this too far in. And then I'll use my pen, and I'm just going to trace. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm working from my backyard again today. Then I'm going to take this piece and pretty much cut where the line is. And we'll do the same thing here. And now when we place it in, we'll have a pretty good fit. You can go back and keep trimming off portions if you're not getting the fit that you want. So now we're going to take this piece and I'm going to put it in like this, because I'll be reversing it in just a minute. So all I'm doing is a little trace and trim. And if you have another way that you want to do this, by all means, guys, give it a try. See what works for you. This is just a blueprint of ideas, and you might be able to find a way that works even better for you. So now I can take this piece. We're going to put it on the back to make sure that we have a good fit. And we do. So that's two pieces shaped. So then I'm going to take the piece that measures 4 1/4 by 6, and we're going to put it in just like that. And again, I'll trace. And I'll trim. And then I'm just going to put that down to test it. I'm okay with that fit, so I'm going to leave that one. And then I'm also going to line the inside of this section. So I'm going to take this little scrap piece that measured 4 by 6, and I'm going to put it in. This will not be an exact fit, but it's going to give me some added stability on this project. So I'm going to take my scissors and just trim. Now I'll be able to take this piece and we'll put it on the inside. So we'll have two pieces of my paper here, and then we'll have a piece here and a piece on the back. So that's what gives us that super sturdiness. So I am going to go ahead and take these 4 pieces, and I am going to run them through my Xyron sticker maker to put the adhesive on the back. To put the adhesive on the back of yours, you can spray it with some spray adhesive. You can use glue if you want, or you can tape it. Okay, so now that we have our cut pieces, I am going to go ahead and place them down on my project. I'm going to take the back piece, and we're going to get it placed like that. And you can see that that has already firmed this piece here. So then we're going to take this piece, and to make sure that I don't get it stuck before I want it to be stuck, I am going to place it against the front section of this, and then I'll slide it back once I'm ready to stick it. So all I'm doing is lining it up and getting it stuck. And now you can see that I have a very sturdy base to this. We're going to take that piece that was 4 1/4 by 6, and we're going to place it right there. Get that nice and stuck. And then we're going to take this piece that was 4 by 6, and we're just going to put it inside like that. So we now have a very sturdy body. We are going to open this, and now we can put it together the way that we did the box from yesterday. So now I'll grab my reptile adhesive, add some to that tab, fold it over to the bottom, add some to this tab, fold over to the bottom, get that nice and stuck. And so far this is what we have, and y'all, this is looking so nice. So now we'll take those side panels and we're going to put them in to firm the box sides. So I am going to do that with glue. So I'm going to take the 2 pieces that measure 4 1/2 by 7/8, and we're going to place those on the inside. Go in with my finger, get that nice and stuck. Then we'll do the same thing here. And I'll go in on this side, get that nice and stuck. Then I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in, and I'm going to take my 2 pieces that measure 5 1/4 by 7/8, and I am going to score these at 4 5/8 on both. So now I'll just fold these 2, and what I'm going to do is put them on the side just like that. So I am going to take my glue, making sure that I get good glue coverage going down the side, because I don't want this coming up. And now I can take this and we can put it down just like that. So I am just going to press that into place. Go ahead and work that glue in, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. So I am going to add my glue. I'll take this piece. We're going to place it down and fold it over like this. Get that nice and stuck with my big old spatula. Go in on the inside, making sure that I have that glue worked in. And so there we have our nice little box. We need to go ahead and do the base for this. So we're going to take that piece that measures 1 1/4 by 6 1/2, and we are going to go ahead and create that base. So I'm just going to add some glue to this. I'll take this piece. We're going to put it down like this. Trim away just a little bit of the excess. Flip it over. Get it nice and stuck. Then I'll take my stylus, go around the body, pressing into the paper. Stand it up and just train that paper to fold. Then I will come back with my finger blade and the songs of the crows, and we will just miter these ends. My crows are very active today. Now I can take my glue And I'll place my glue on these pieces. I'm going to fold in these end pieces. And then I'll fold over these pieces. And we're just going to work that glue in until it's stuck, because this paper that I'm using, it has a coating on it. So we need to work the glue in to make sure that it's stuck. And there is my base. I am going to take my body and place it down just to make sure that it's going to fit. And it is. So now we're going to take our glue and we're going to place the glue on this part. And when it dries, my reptile adhesive will be clear. So if I have any that oozes out and I don't get it all clean, it's not going to be a big deal because you won't even notice it. So I am going to sit this on the base, and I'm making sure that it's nice and even on all four sides as I go around. And then I'm just going to press it into place like that. And then I'm just going to hold that, and then I'll wipe up any excess glue that I can see, and then I'll just press down on that base until we get it nice and stuck. And y'all, there we have it. We have another beautiful box. On this one, I added this embellishment to the top. On this one, I love the butterfly. It is in the perfect position, and I really don't want to cover it, but I am going to try to put something right here because I went a little bit off on my placement. So I'm going to see what I can find that might take the eye away from this. All right, y'all, so what I have decided to do is I've decided to take just a little bit of ribbon, not a whole lot, and I'm going to place it right here. But when I place it down, I'm going to place it so that this piece is coming over the top like that. And then I'll take this piece and we're going to put it right there. That for me is going to work. So I'm going to take it, tie it, use a little bit of my double stick tape to hold everything in place. And then I'm going to take this piece and just a little tape there. And we're going to fold it. And then I'll take my little dimensional sticker and we can place it down right there. And then I'll take my scissors and I'm just going to trim just a little bit from that one side. And then I'm going to add just a little heat to the edges of the ribbon. I'm not touching the ribbon, just placing some heat close to it because that will melt those fibers and stop any fraying that might be happening. And so y'all, there we have it. Now we have a beautiful stand-up holder just like that first one. These are gorgeous and just so easy to make. It all starts with an envelope, and then we add some pretty paper, and this is what we're able to make. And as I said, I have an idea for something that I want to put in mind, and I'll share that with you in an upcoming video. But in the meantime, I hope that you have enjoyed this variation on how to take an envelope and turn it into a box that stands on a platform. Super easy. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.